Marty Lancaster, Marty Lancaster.
And your title?
My title, the candidate for the Green Party of Canada.
I know all of this, but this is just a
Yeah, okay. No, it's
yeah.
like, I have a title? I don't know if I have a title.
Yeah, candidate for Barrie Springwater.
Esquire?
Yeah. All right, Marty. So we are a week away now, so it's really crunch time. We want to, for people in our riding that don't already know you, this is their chance to maybe get to know you in the couple days leading up. Talk to us a little bit about why you're running for the Green Party and who you are, so people, get to know you as a person.
Okay. Been a physics and environmental science teacher for 20 years. So in my environmental science class, I teach the problems. In my physics class, I teach the solutions. And in that, I've been challenged by students, what have you done, right? So we built solar panels on the roof of our school as a contract that got $3,000 a year back for the students in that school that they can spend on whatever they want environmentally. And that snowballed into the school board getting enough solar contracts that they get $300,000 a year that they get to spend in the school board on environmental initiatives or whatever they want. So that was a challenge. I've gone home, I've renovated my whole house, solar panels, insulation, everything else. Got an electric car now. And those are things that I do because I recognize we need to change. We need to shift our economy. We need to shift how we do things, where we get our energy from. I went on to council in Oro-Medonte, so I ran there. I was the Ward 3 councillor for 4 years to try to make a difference locally. And I continue the the fight to deal with the climate crisis, to improve how we do government. And that has led me to this role. I ran 4 years ago, so I was the candidate 4 years ago, and I'm here again to let everybody know we have to change how we do government. We have to meet the targets.
Okay, well said. And just so you're a teacher in Oro?
No, at Bear Creek Secondary School.
Bear Creek, okay, great. Yeah. And then so, we hear a lot about the national issues, but let's talk about this riding. So Barrie Springwater, Oro-Medonte. What are your big focuses or priorities for this riding?
I have learned a lot in this last 3 months. I have got myself uncomfortable. I've gone into people's apartments and discovered what their stories are. I've been to funerals for people living rough, and I've learned that this place has a serious challenge in our riding, and it's around homelessness, around drug addiction, and all the problems people have. And I've learned the reason we have that problem is because we're such a caring place. It is well known, if you come to Barrie, there is lots and lots of people that have empathy, that are caring for you, that are trying, that are giving Rose Ramita her meal yesterday. Everyone, all the efforts, the Elizabeth Fry, the Salvation Army, the Busby, all these efforts to help people, and they are coming here, but they're getting stuck in a cycle. We don't fully help them. We're not organized enough that we have a path to success, a path back to a house, a path to a job, and to security. And so I want to work with all those organizations that are trying so hard, that have that empathy, that have that desire to help, and help focus it to actually create a path. Come to Barrie, we have a path to success. We have drug rehabilitation, we have a home housing strategy, and a job creation and education, all of that. So let's finish the path to help these people get back to where they need to get to.
Okay, so would you say that would be a big priority for you then, should you be elected as MP?
Absolutely. I would spend lots of time in this riding, working on affordable housing, working on the strategies that we have to help all those people get to their place that they need to get to in this world. Like I stepped over a homeless guy in the stairwell just coming here this morning. We have to work on this, and I want to spend my time in this riding focused on that. Nationally, I'll be working on the climate change targets, but that's going to come here too as we renovate all of our buildings, as we make them more efficient, as we work on our transit and everything else. That will create jobs here as well. But we got to deal with our affordability and our housing and our homeless issue in Barrie.
And can I just, how would you do that?
How would I do that?
Yeah.
So we have a number of funds that we want to actually create. So Green MPs will work in government to increase the funding available for affordable housing. So I want to come back from Ottawa with dollars to say which programs are going to best work, which healthcare systems that are going to be more preventative, they're going to get people into the care that they need. More, PSW workers, we need to focus on that as well. So I'm going to be trying to source funds federally to bring them here, to work with the province, to work with the city and the townships to best work forward with all these things that people want to do. They're doing such a great job, but I think they need that extra help. So my job would be to find that funding nationally and bring it here.
Amazing. And then just this is sort of your open platform where you can speak about any national issues, local issues, whatever you like. Why should people vote for you?
Okay, one sec.
Yeah, no problem.
They told me not to do this, but I had to do it. This graph, and people need to be able to read this graph. Current carbon emissions, where the science tells us we need to get.
I'm going to stop you, Marty, because
You can't see it?
No, look at me while you say
Okay.
that, because it's confusing for the viewer. So we'll do that one again.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead.
So I have to show you this graph. This is so important. These are the targets of the other three major parties. These are our targets. This is where the scientists tell us we need to get in order to avoid the worst of climate crisis, right? We're the only party following the science, and that is the only vote you have to recognize. In this election, it's super important to actually follow the targets. It's going to be a line in the sand for us. Any party that wants to work with us, we will work with you as soon as you agree to the targets that we have to meet to prevent the worst of climate crisis. And what that means is, if we do our job, there will be tens of millions of climate refugees. If we follow the other parties, there will be hundreds of millions of climate refugees. That's the difference. That's our impact on the world. We can do our part locally. We can do our part nationally to lower our emissions and solve this problem. So that's number one for me as what has to happen with the environment. And in this riding, this is the important message. In this riding, the message that I've received back is excitement, it's pride. People are calling me, telling me, emailing me that I voted green. I'm so excited about it. I got a sign on my lawn, and the energy is up, and we have a shot at sending a Green MP in this riding, which is a huge message to the rest of the country that we don't want a majority government. We want our MPs to collaborate, to work together, to solve the problems that we have to solve. And in this riding, the energy is up. It excites me. It's wonderful. It was 4 years ago. It's so different. It feels different. And I'm encouraging everybody to vote with their heart, what they want, not what they fear. And that's the big challenge for this riding.
That was great. Thank you so much, Marty.
Hey, thanks for watching. Click below for more content. #GreenPartyMarty. Send in your comments, like it, share with your friends. We need everybody to know that we can win in this riding. We are listening to you.